Alright guys, so anybody who's interested in installing a shock alarm to your vehicle, I am using this device called 504K from Directed, which is a good brand. I guess the brand that manufactures the devices for Viper. Anyways, it's pretty straightforward. You got the green and blue cords from the shock sensor there that you gotta hook up to. I don't use the green one, so I went ahead and just cut it short. Here's my sensor. Went ahead and cut it. Blue cord, it's for the trigger, so I went and hooked up the blue wire that comes from the sensor right there into this red wire right that you can see, which is an aftermarket extension wire that I had laying around. I wire it to the door sensor, which is this one right here. It's a black wire that runs from the door sensor right into this bundle. It's really hard to tell where the hell it is in here because there's a bunch of black wires. So I just went ahead and pried this panel open a little bit, and I found the black wire, and so I went ahead and used these T-tap connectors. So you put the wire into the gap right there, and then you clamp it together, and then this red cord, I put it in through this little hole right, and then you just like clamp this together, and then to have a good seal, good connection to this metal piece, and then it just connects into it. Oh, that's a broken one, I think, but anyways, yeah, it just connects into it through here. Let me see if I can show you. Pretty straightforward though. Yeah, this thing will just plug into the back here. So that's that. You will need ground and you will need power. So the and this switch here too comes with so it has all these wires here. For me, unnecessary. What is? Let me see. The orange goes to the sensor. So the red one is for power. I hooked it up to the OBD. There's a cable there that supplies the OBD with continuous power even when the vehicle is off and with the doors locked. So with the multimeter you'll be able to find it pretty easily. It's one of the ones in the corner, and then a ground cable here to the ground. There's like a little bolt there, and honestly that's about it. That's all it takes. Probably if you don't have any tools, getting one of these is pretty essential. To get those wires cut and prepare for connection. These things are on Amazon. If you want to use these connectors too, if you want to split them and hook them through one of these solder and seal wire connectors. I mean, both of these are less than $10 each. And then to get this panel down, if need to, there's 3 bolts, one here, one over there, and one up here. It's pretty straightforward, really. Comes off pretty easy. There's another video too of a guy installing an aftermarket remote starter that kind of walks you through taking the whole thing off if you want to look in there a little bit deeper for other kind of repairs or setups. But that's about it. So once I close the door and I lock up the car, and I have to put the key very far away and seal it away, because if you have the key anywhere close to your vehicle, the car alarm system won't be alerted if this thing goes off. So the key has to be very far away. I literally have to, I'm in the garage right now, I have to go in there, I have to put it in the living room somewhere and cover it with some cloths or something, and then come back out here, shake the car, and then the alarm will go off thinking that the door's been opened. So what happens is, like, when this thing goes off like that, and the car is locked, right? So let's say I shake the vehicle, and this thing gets triggered, it makes the car think that somebody has opened the door while the car is locked. So that will trigger the factory alarm to go off, because it thinks that somebody's breaking into your car, that somebody has opened the door without using the key. So I don't know if there's another way or not, but I know you have to lock it with the key in order for this to work. So I think that's the way the factory alarm gets activated. Maybe it's not required, maybe you can use the buttons on the door handle or on the door switch inside the vehicle. But anyways, I choose the remote to lock it up, and yeah, and about 30 seconds later this gets activated. Like, so you gotta put the key far away, shake your car, and this will go off. There's also ways to adjust the sensitivity on this thing. Where is the, and it's right there through this little gadget here. You can adjust the sensitivity of it, and if you do purchase this device, it will come with a manual that tells you how to do it. So anyways, I'm just gonna find a good spot to hide it at, and so I'll be able to turn these on and off when I want to. So now it's on, off, so that way I can have access to it. So if it's a windy day, if I know I'm safe, I'm somewhere that probably not gonna be stolen, then I can turn it off. But if I'm you know, going to a hotel or something, sketchy neighborhood or whatever, and then I can just turn it on in case, you know, somebody bumps into it or is trying to break or look into it. So that's it, pretty straightforward.